Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. There's a lot of buzz circling around the NFL right now, and one of the hottest topics is a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the NFC East and shake up the Giants' future plans. Rumors are swirling that the Los Angeles Chargers, sitting at 6-7 during what's been a pretty tumultuous era under head coach John Harbaugh, might be considering a major rebuild. And one name that keeps popping up in these conversations is Derwin James, the versatile safety who's been a key player for the Chargers. Now, the big question is whether the Giants might be interested in making a move for him. And if that happens, it could be a game-changer for the Giants' defense, which has been struggling so far this season. Sources close to ESPN's Adam Schefter indicate that the Chargers are open to trading James, especially as they evaluate their options for next year. The Chargers, currently allowing around 26 points per game, far from their usual standards, are in a position where they're thinking about a rebuild. With a 6-7 record and a roster that's seen some instability, particularly at linebacker and secondary, they're looking to free up cap space, roughly $16 million, to focus on extending key players like Joey Bosa. It's no secret that the Chargers are in a bit of a win-now but rebuild-later phase, and shipping out a player of James's caliber could be part of that plan. Now, for the Giants, this is a golden opportunity. Their secondary, especially after losing Xavier McKinney to injury, has been leaking big plays, allowing an astonishing 295 passing yards per game since Neighbors went down. That's a problem when you're trying to contend in the NFC East, where quarterbacks like Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts are always ready to exploit vulnerabilities. The addition of Derwin James could be exactly what the Giants need to elevate their coverage and turn their defense into a true playmaking unit. James's versatility as a safety is what makes him so appealing. He's not just a guy who stays back and covers. He's a playmaker who can blitz, cover, and make tackles all over the field. Talking about his profile, James has built a reputation as one of the most dynamic safeties in the league. Up until September 2025, he's accumulated 8 interceptions and more than 550 tackles, a testament to his consistency and impact. In 2025 alone, he's recorded 4 interceptions, earning a solid 98 PFF grade with a missed tackle rate of just 6.9%. His ability to cover is top tier with an EPA expected points added of just 1.5 per cover snap and 7 sacks on blitzes. His Week 9 performance against the Chiefs was a perfect example, 12 tackles and an interception, showing he can come up big in crucial moments. Over his career, he's racked up 45 pass defenses and maintains a 16% blitz win rate, with an average of only 3.8 yards allowed after the catch per tackle, making him a nightmare for offenses. Despite a hamstring injury in Week 5 of 2025, James has shown resilience, bouncing back with 5 games of double-digit tackles. His performance against the Giants' own safeties, like Jason Pinnock, who's been solid with an 82. 5 PFF grade and 3 interceptions, shows that James brings that elite range and playmaking ability that could transform New York's secondary. Imagine pairing him with Pinnock. The Giants' pass defense could see a dramatic boost, potentially reducing opponents' passing yards by around 25%, from 295 to roughly 221 yards per game, similar to what the Dolphins experienced after acquiring Jalen Ramsey and others earlier this season. So why would the Chargers consider trading James? Their defensive numbers aren't what they used to be, and with the offense already dealing with its own issues, especially in protecting Justin Herbert, it makes sense for them to focus on rebuilding and cap management. They have about $16 million in cap space and are prioritizing extending Bosa, which means they might be willing to part with a star like James if they can get good value in return. The trade would likely involve a second-round pick in 2026 and safety Xavier McKinney, which could save the Giants around $19 million in cap space, money that can be reinvested into offensive line upgrades or other areas of need. Now, this move would have a huge impact on the Giants' defense, especially in the secondary. Adding Derwin James would significantly improve their coverage, making it tougher for opponents to throw deep and forcing offenses to adapt. His ability to cover multiple roles makes him a perfect fit for Wink Martindale's aggressive, versatile scheme. The Giants' pass defense, which has been leaky all season, could see a drop of around 1-1 interceptions per game, and his presence would help the defense hold up better against high-powered offenses. When you compare James to Jason Pinnock, the difference is clear. James provides elite coverage with a +2, 4 yards allowed per cover, and a more favorable EPA per coverage snap. Plus, he helps shore up the run defense, giving the front 7 more support and allowing the Giants to play more aggressively. Looking at the bigger picture, this potential trade also has implications for the Giants' postseason chances. If they acquire James, they could see their odds of winning the Super Bowl jump significantly. FanDuel has already shifted their odds from over +50, 0 to around +30, 0 as of December 2025, reflecting a belief that he could be the X factor that pushes them over the top. His presence in the secondary would help them improve against zone coverage, similar to how the Chargers' defense improved after acquiring key players in 2018, and could be the boost they need to make a deep playoff run. Of course, there are skeptics. Some worry that trading away a leader and a top-tier safety like James could weaken the Chargers' locker room and leadership core, especially as they try to rebuild. But others believe that with the right draft picks and cap space, the Chargers are playing the long game, prioritizing future flexibility over short-term stability. According to insider reports like Rossini, the Chargers are embracing a tank before the deadline philosophy, with the belief that accumulating draft capital now could pay dividends later. For the Giants, this move is more than just about acquiring a star. It's about setting a tone for the future. With James, their defense becomes a true playmaking unit, capable of forcing turnovers and limiting opponents' explosive plays. His addition could also unlock more of Dexter Lawrence and the front 7, as offenses would need to account for James's range and ball-hawking skills. It's a strategic move that could accelerate the Giants, rebuild and push them closer to the top of the NFC East, a division that's always competitive and demanding. In the broader context of the NFL landscape, this kind of trade is reminiscent of the Steelers' move for Minkah Fitzpatrick in 2019, which completely transformed their secondary and propelled them into playoff contention. If the Giants can land James, it might have a similar effect, turning their defense from a liability into one of the league's best. The ripple effect extends beyond just the secondary. With a playmaker like James on the field, Daniel Jones and the offense could benefit from more short fields, as the defense creates more turnovers. This synergy could be exactly what the Giants need to challenge teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and even the 49ers in the postseason. Looking ahead, the Giants' fans should be optimistic about the potential of this move. It signals that the franchise is willing to make bold moves to contend, not just settle for mediocrity. The addition of Derwin James could be the spark that ignites their defense and helps turn a promising season into a memorable playoff run. It's not just about acquiring a player, it's about setting a new standard for the team's identity, one built on versatility, aggression, and relentless pursuit of excellence. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.